Have you ever found yourself pondering about the nature of time? Time, a notion so integral to our existence that it's nearly impossible to imagine a world without it. It's our silent companion ticking away in the background, guiding our actions and framing our experiences. Our understanding of time is largely influenced by the culture we grow up in. For instance, Western societies tend to perceive time as linear, a straight line extending from the past through the present and into the future. A schedule to follow, deadlines to meet, and a constant race against the clock. This view of time has greatly shaped our lifestyle, our thought processes, and even our language. In stark contrast, many indigenous cultures perceive time as cyclical. The cycle of seasons, the cycle of day and night, the cycle of life and death. Time isn't a straight line for them, but a circle, a loop, where events repeat themselves in a rhythmic pattern. However, the concept of time isn't just limited to cultural perceptions, it has a rich historical tapestry too. Did you know that the ancient Chinese were among the first to divide the day into smaller parts? They used sundials to cast shadows that moved with the sun. In the 14th century, the invention of mechanical clocks brought about a major revolution. Time, which was once vague and flexible, suddenly became precise and measurable. This invention not only changed how we perceive time, but also transformed our societies, leading to the birth of the modern world as we know it. But here's a twist. Despite its omnipresence in our lives, despite its profound influence on our cultures and societies, time, as we understand it, might be nothing more than an illusion. Scientists have argued that time, much like beauty, exists in the eye of the beholder. So, time seems to be an integral part of our lives, but what if we tell you that time, as we understand it, does not exist? Sounds strange, doesn't it? But let's delve deeper into this paradox. Have you ever considered the possibility that time, as we understand it, could be an illusion? This idea isn't as far-fetched as it might initially seem. In fact, some of the greatest minds in history, including Albert Einstein, have proposed theories that challenge our conventional understanding of time. Einstein's theory of relativity, in particular, has dramatically altered the way we view time. In this theory, time isn't considered a separate entity, but is intertwined with space, creating what we know as the four-dimensional fabric of space-time. Einstein suggested that time could be bent, stretched, and even warped by gravity. This means that time isn't absolute or fixed, but is relative to the observer. This theory was not just a mathematical model, but has been proven in numerous scientific experiments. One of the most famous ones being the Hafele-Keating experiment of 1971. Two atomic clocks, one stationary and one on a fast-moving plane, showed different times after the plane's journey. The clock on the plane, affected by both the speed and gravity, ran slower, validating Einstein's theory that time is indeed relative. Another experiment conducted in 2010, using the world's most accurate atomic clocks, showed that time can run faster at a higher altitude. This experiment further reinforced that time is affected by gravity and is not uniform across the universe. But here's the catch. If time can be stretched and squeezed, if it can run faster or slower depending on where you are and how fast you're moving, then is it not more of an illusion than an absolute reality? Yet, despite these revelations, we perceive time as a constant, ticking away uniformly, second after second, minute after minute. We schedule our lives around it, age with it, and ultimately run out of it. So if time is relative and possibly an illusion, then why does it feel so real and constant to us? Our perception of time is indeed a fascinating mystery. Diving into the depths of our minds, we find that our understanding of time is profoundly psychological. Our brains are wired to perceive time in a linear fashion, a constant flow from the past to the present and into the future. This perception is a fundamental part of our existence, shaping our experiences and guiding our actions. But let's take a step back and ask, what exactly is time? Is it a physical reality or merely a construct of our minds? The concept of time's arrow, a term coined by British astronomer and physicist Arthur Eddington in the early 20th century, gives us a sense of direction. It suggests that time moves forward, never backwards, providing us with a sense of past, present, and future. Yet this understanding of time is not universal. Different cultures and societies have varied perceptions of time. For instance, some indigenous cultures perceive time as cyclical, with events recurring in a circular pattern rather than a linear one, while others believe in the simultaneity of past, present, and future, blurring the lines that we often consider distinct. So why does time feel so real? The answer might lie in our consciousness. Our brains have evolved to recognize patterns and make predictions, helping us navigate through our daily lives. Time in this context serves as a tool, a cognitive framework that allows us to sequence events, anticipate the future, and learn from the past. Moreover, our perception of time can be influenced by various factors. Emotions, attention, and even physical conditions can alter how we experience time. Ever noticed how time seems to fly when you're having fun, but drags when you're bored? That's your brain playing tricks on you, altering your perception of time based on your experiences. In the grand scheme of things, our perception of time might just be a subjective experience, a mental construct shaped by our consciousness, yet it feels so real, so tangible, that it's hard to imagine life without it. Our perception of time might just be a result of our consciousness, a tool our minds use to make sense of our reality. So, is time real or is it an illusion? The answer isn't clear-cut. We have journeyed through the labyrinth of time, unraveling its layers, and we've found it to be both a tangible reality and an elusive illusion. We've seen how time, as we perceive it, is deeply woven into our everyday experiences. It's in the ticking of the clock, the changing of the seasons, the aging of our bodies. This makes time feel undeniably real. Yet when we consider the cosmic perspective, time becomes a slippery concept. In the grand scheme of the universe, where relativity plays a key role, time appears to be less of a constant and more of an illusion. It's as if time is both a steady river flowing onwards and a mirage that shifts and warps. Our exploration of time has taken us to some perplexing places, revealing that it's a complex phenomenon that straddles the realms of reality and illusion. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the universe, perhaps one day we'll fully understand the enigma that is time. Thank you for joining us on this journey beyond the clock. We've traversed through the valleys of the past, sailed across the oceans of the present, and peered into the foggy horizons of the future. Time, it seems, is both our greatest ally and our most potent adversary. It heals wounds and nurtures growth, yet it also erodes mountains and extinguishes stars. But as we've discovered, time is not just a relentless march forward. It's a tapestry of moments, woven together with the threads of reality and illusion. As we continue our journey in the pursuit of knowledge, let us remember to cherish the time we have, to savor each moment, and to always keep a sense of wonder. Stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, time waits for no one. Until our next adventure, take care and keep pondering the mysteries of the universe.